Hi guys, and welcome to 7 Unsolved Mysteries of Pokémon X and Y. In this short little YouTube video, I'm going to introduce you guys to 7 of probably the biggest unsolved mysteries that are in the X and Y games right now. Some of them are pretty creepy, other of them are just kind of quirky, and some of them are just kind of plain, but we still don't know what they do. Let's get started. We start off with probably the biggest mystery in X and Y right now. And what's going on here is you've probably noticed in a lot of towns there's like a hotel, and if you go upstairs in the hotel, you can usually find a backpacker there. When you talk to him, he'll say, "The Kalos region is nice and all, but you should really check out my region. There's a facility that you wouldn't believe." Never mind. You'll see it in due time. Due time? New region? Facility? Well, what could all of this mean? Now, if you talk to him a couple times, he'll start saying different things. And I know that a lot of fans have been looking forward towards a Ruby Sapphire remake since we've had a Red and Blue and a Gold and Silver remake so far. Ruby Sapphire was really popular, and a lot of fans would like that. And it was speculated for a short period of time that maybe he was referring to a remake of Ruby and Sapphire. However, this doesn't seem to be the case because when prompted, after talking to him like 2, 3, 4, 5 times, he'll start to say, "Where is it, you ask? Well, I can tell you that it's not Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, or even Unova." Kind of puts an axe in the Ruby Sapphire theory. It's potentially a completely brand new region with towns and facilities we can't even believe. Could this be, is this Game Freak? Are they referencing downloadable content we're going to be seeing in the future? Could it be some kind of event with a new region, with new stuff? X and Y already kind of set the bar as innovation in a new Pokemon game. Nothing's been like this for a long time. Perhaps we're going to see something really amazing coming out of this, but only time will tell. But wait, there's even more. After he's told you that the region he's from is not one of the Pokemon regions we've currently experienced, he gives you a special item called the Strange Souvenir. This item reads, "An ornament depicting a Pokemon that is venerated as a protector in some region far from Kalos." Have you seen this? Look at that thing. Is that a nose pass? What? I've never caught a nose pass that looks like that. If this thing looks like a Pokemon, that's no Pokemon I've ever seen. So that leads you, is that new Pokemon even? Is this a completely new region he's talking about? There's even a ×1 next to it, which leads you to believe you could probably get more than one of these at some point. Really? Only time will tell. Next. This one's pretty short, and everyone here has probably encountered it if you've played X and Y. It's the ability to tip people. There are a lot of NPCs in the game who will offer you advice, sing you a poem, do anything to try to earn a tip. You in the Pokemon Center anyway, you just walk around and they'll be like, "Hey, you want to give me a tip?" kind of thing. You can choose to give these people 100, 500, or 1,000 Pokédollars, or no tip at all. However, what's the significance of this? Many people claim that tipping increases your chance of encountering a shiny, but there's not any proof of that right now. To be fair, we do know that tipping raises your style, but we still don't really even know what style does. Something so obvious and straightforward in the game is still yet one of its biggest mysteries. Next, I'll look for help. This one's pretty cool. I like this one a lot, actually. This is probably my favorite. If you go to the train station in Lumio City and check the back of the train timetable that's furthest away from the entrance, there's a secret message written there that reads, "I'm going to go for help. Wait in the usual place." That's pretty creepy. If someone's going to look for help, they're usually in trouble. They're usually, something they need help from. What is this usual place? What does he need help with? Who is he hiding from, if he's hiding from anyone? Interesting enough, there's a kid near the sign who asks himself, "It should be someplace around here, right?" That's all we know. Who knows? That has yet to be revealed, if it will ever be revealed. 4. The Creepy Ghost Girl. Now, this has been circulating the internet for a while, so probably many of you have heard of it. I had to include it here because we still have no idea what the heck she's doing. If you go to the building just right of the Gallet stand in North Lumio City and head to the second floor, you'll find yourself in a pretty creepy scenario where this chick appears right behind you and just kind of moves out from behind you and walks forward, except for her legs don't move and she's floating. I guess that means she's not even walking. That's not walking. I don't. She just kind of just goes. She just floats away. She does, before leaving, say, "No, you're not the one." And then she just simply disappears. Even creepier than that, there's no one else in this office room. What is she here for? Good question. Now, there are a couple of theories that are going around as to who this chick is and what she's doing. One of them that's pretty cool is that this ghost is tied to, or is the same ghost that appeared on Marvelous Bridge in Pokemon Black and White. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I have a short little video I got grabbed from YouTube. This is someone playing Black and White, and you talk to that lady. She says Marvelous Bridge is awesome, something. It comes out. See, there's just a single guy standing there right now, nothing else. Goes back in, talks to her again. Marvelous Bridge, really something. It's neat. I'm so old. Blah, blah, blah. Comes up to the bridge. Boom. What? Who is this chick? To the bafflement of that spectator, this girl just completely disappears on you, and that's all we really know. You go and you talk to the old lady. She said a girl used to play around here with her Abra. She was so energetic, and that's the only reference we get about her. So maybe these two are tied. I can see that this girl's hair color is a little different than the other girl's. Also, if that other girl really had nothing else, no extra content in Black and White, maybe this girl has no extra content. She was just there to be creepy. But that's one theory. Another theory is that that girl and this girl, who you can find in the Hotel Richissime, are the same people. They clearly look very similar. They're both Hex Maniac girls, and, well, they're both pretty creepy. On the 4th floor of Hotel Richissime in Lumio City, there's a woman standing against a wall. If you speak to her, she'll say, "Don't talk to me. If you do, I can't hear the elevator." Yeah, I say that every day too. Who is this woman? What is she doing here? Why does she need to hear the elevator? Is she linked to the other ghostly woman? We don't really know. It could possibly be the same person, as they both have the Hex Maniac model, and they're both very mysterious. That's the second theory. Third theory is that girl is waiting for a person with the right trainer ID, kind of like the Pokemon lottery. You know, if you hit it on the dot, you got a Master Ball. She might be waiting for someone to come along with the right trainer ID, and then maybe she'll do something. I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, or at least to my knowledge, on the internet, it hasn't happened yet. That would be pretty cool, though. And I wish I was that person, but, who knows? Maybe no one's the one. Next, the power plant. Route 13 is home to the Kalos region's power plant, which, runs the entire power for the city, as evidenced by the fact the North Lumio City was put out of power for, ever until they got it back up. About a third of the way into the game, Team Flare comes and shuts off the power, and it's up to you to go rescue and save the day. As you're just derping around the Badlands, you can see 3 other power plants, and they all have doors over here. I know it really messed me up while I was trying to get the game. When I was trying to play the game the first time, I was trying to enter through these doors. All 3 of them are locked. They all require a pass key. Your pass key to the 4th one doesn't work on any of these ones. You can't get in there. We have no idea what they're for. You can clearly see all 3 of them, and you can go and interact with the doors that would lead you to each single one. But there's no way to get in there right now. What could these be? There's 3 of them. We almost always have a legendary trio in every game. One theory is there's a member of the new legendary trio into each of these 3 buildings. That's pretty much the only theory. I mean, otherwise, just maybe some downloadable content. I know they released three new. That hacker released three new Pokemon, or at least he claims to have found them in the game. So maybe those three are hiding in these buildings. I know Kalos is all about energy and power and stuff, and the new guys look like they have to do with power or whatever. So perhaps this is how we're gonna get them. But as for right now, that's all we know. 6, the Faceless Men. Ooh. As part of the main story, which means everyone here who's played the game has run into this. You and your friends will visit the scary house just beyond Lumio City. There, a man's going to tell you a rather scary story about how he happened across a house one day during a storm. He entered to escape the rain, and in the house was another man huddled in the corner, terrified. The narrator reveals that the man is scared of a horde of faceless men that are stalking him. Okay, let's just take this apart real quick. This is part of the main story, all right? This is not some kind of side quest. You have to go here. This is literally part of the main story. Could it really just be some fluff that they forced upon you? You have to get through just to creep you out? Yeah, I could see them doing that. What's pretty interesting is that he uses the word horde, and hordes are introduced in X and Y. I mean, is that a coincidence? Maybe. Could not be. I mean, he tells you a scary story, and that's all this house does. I can't help but think that there's going to be more to the story here. Either way, this is probably the creepiest part of the storyline, actually, yeah. 7, Pokemon in Juane Plaza, which I just butchered that name. There are 2 tourists in Juane Plaza in Lumio City that talk about rumors of wild Pokemon appearing in the plaza. However, clearly, if you've ever been in Lumio City, there's no grass or anything for Pokemon to be hiding in. So it can't even fish in the freaking pond. There's a kid there who's like, I wish I could fish. I went next to him to show off my fishing rod, and I wasn't allowed to fish in the city. Where? What? How are we going to get these Pokemon? Well, turns out, later in the game, one of these 2 tourists will start talking about there being a Lava Dome Pokemon in the plaza. Now, who is the Lava Dome Pokemon? That's the species name for Heatran, believe it or not, who was introduced in Diamond and Pearl. Now, could this be a hint to a future event? Most likely. Why is Heatran going to be there? I have no idea. Is it going to be cool to have a Heatran? Heck yeah. But as of right now, you can't get him. They just talk about it. You can't find him. Then that's all we know. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching the 7 Unsolved Mysteries of Pokemon X and Y. I hope you liked some of them, or all of them, hopefully. I liked all of them. They're all still mysterious, and if you guys have any theories, or perhaps you know the answer to any of these mysteries, leave them in the comments section below. And thanks for tuning in, and have a great weekend, guys.